Greetings all, Alexander James Mathers here, reporting to you from the roof of my Thailand condo. As I said in a previous video, I'm leaving here soon, so I wanted to take as much advantage of this view in the lovely Southeast Asian sun as possible. In a previous video I said that I was getting back into doing regular videos, and I've been a bit naughty. I missed a day. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing one of these sort of walk and talks with my arm getting numb holding my phone up type deals, and so many good reasons for doing something like a video every day. It really gets you in the habit of being disciplined and gets you creative, and was very heartened by the response to the previous video. You guys seem to be enjoying them. They're doing pretty well on IGTV, so I want to push out some more. And today I wanted to discuss the idea, let me see if I can get myself sat down here, the idea of being in a rut. It's something that I sort of touched on in the last video, and I said that I had not really been pushing out into my full potential recently, sort of avoiding opportunities to get out and, you know, socialize and network and all the things that I know that my soul is telling me that I should be doing, and sort of coming up with excuses not to do them, and doing more of the things that I would prefer to do that come a little bit easier, like making art and writing and other things like that, which are good and which are great. But I think that you've got to think abundantly about these things, think big about things like this, and incorporate stuff that you don't like to do as well as stuff that you're good at, that you do like to do, into your life. I think a lot of us allow the balance to shift, to teeter over to those things that we like to do that are fun, at the expense of not doing the things that we don't like to do, at least initially. You know what I'm talking about. But when it comes to ruts, I mean, what is a rut? How would you define a rut? In this case, I'm talking about a rut in terms of just feeling a sense of boredom, I suppose, sort of not really, like you're just sort of going through the motions, and you feel like you're a bit of a hamster running along in your little hamster wheel. I've had that many times, and I know exactly why. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, see if we can come up with a solution together. But being in a rut, this happens to any old human. We're amazing machines. We have so many incredible biomechanical feedback mechanisms, if you want to put it that way. Things that our bodies, or ways that our bodies and our feelings and our senses communicate to us, and they tell us whether we're going down the right track or not. And if you feel like you're in a rut, and it feels like you're banging your head against a wall, and it feels like you're just sort of bored and claustrophobic, that's usually a pretty good indication that you're just not being challenged. You're not moving towards things that scare you. And I talked about this in a previous one. It's a similar deal. But you know, I hear people talking about needing to escape. When you feel like you're in a rut, you feel like you need to escape or go on holiday or go on a trip or something. Okay, yes, I understand that, you know, sort of go somewhere else for a bit of a refresh. But I've got to tell you, whenever I've decided to escape, to run away from the city, to get out when I'm feeling unchallenged, it doesn't really sort of get to the root. Yes, I might come back from a holiday feeling invigorated, but it's only when I've done things that have challenged me on that trip that have been the reason for me feeling refreshed. I never come back from a chilled out holiday by a beach out of my rut. You know, I'll go straight back into feeling bored, back to where I came from. And the key thing is really to focus on things that expand us. So rather than escaping, and rather than going on your big, you know, trip, unless it's a big life-changing thing and you're purposefully doing things to challenge you on that trip, fantastic. Otherwise, look at it this way. Maybe you're not challenging yourself enough where you are. Maybe you need to focus on what's right in front of you, and think about ways of just dropping your fears and your shames and your doubts and your worries for a moment, and saying to yourself, I'm going to change things up. I'm going to start committing to turning things around. And to turn things around, really 90% of that is embracing the things you don't really want to do, the things that you fear. These are the things that are going to stretch you. These are the things that are going to make you feel great and feel alive and feel connected. The best approach to this would be to do a brainstorm of things that you could do to sort of change things around. What is it that your soul is calling out for you to do? What do you know that you need to do that would make you feel great having done them? Perhaps it's confronting those things that you've been avoiding, those things that you've been rejecting, those things that you've been excusing yourself because it's not what you love to do. But you kind of deep down know that that's what you should be doing. So getting out of your rut, getting out of your sense of boredom. What is it? Why are you bored? Maybe you're not meeting enough new people. Maybe you're not stretching your business or expanding your business in a way that it could. Maybe you're not networking enough. Maybe you're not doing things that will land you more clients, bigger clients, better paid projects. Maybe you're not getting the word out about what you want the world to hear from you about. Maybe you're not sort of getting on a stage or getting in front of a video camera. Maybe you're not doing enough of that stuff that gives you that sense of connection and purpose. Really think about what you can be doing that's right on your doorstep. So rather than escaping through video games and high stimulus entertainment and travel, unless it's business travel, of course, think about what you need to be doing. You probably know what those things are. So many gurus on the internet saying, make your hobby your career, do what you love, and the money will follow. Think abundantly. Focus on what scares the crap out of you, because if you don't do those things, you're not going to stretch. So what's the point of doing what you love if you're a weak amoeba, if you're like a blob running around not being challenged? You've got to do things that challenge you, otherwise life isn't worth living. This is why everyone's so depressed, because you're not embracing the philosophy of stretching yourself, of challenging yourself. And the way to do that, the way to actually get excited about doing those things, is to firstly understand that doing things that make you come alive, that invigorate you, are not necessarily things that you're going to enjoy, but overall you will enjoy them because they push you and they lead to new awakenings. They lead to new frontiers that enable you to understand yourself more. And secondly, I don't even know what my train of thought was now, but the other reason we need to be doing things that are challenging is God, I've really lost my train of thought here. But you get the idea. Let's use this opportunity to take a look at this hazy Bangkok view again. Cool, isn't it? As I said, I'm off in a few days. I'm heading to Eastern Europe, to an undisclosed location some of you might know. I will be reporting from there next week. So think about what I'm saying here, and obviously, and to be honest, every time I make one of these videos or write one of my articles, it's always addressed at me. It's always a message for myself. It's always addressing my own issues. And the interesting thing is that most of us already know the solutions to our problems, which is why I find these kinds of things so fun, because I'm addressing my own issues and I know what they are. Sometimes we just need to confront them. So to get out of your rut, don't jump into the shallow end of the pool. Do what makes your heart beat. Do what's a little bit challenging. And doing the courageous thing is often the thing that'll push you, that'll give you momentum and enable you to leapfrog over so many other people who are playing it safe and doing only what they love. Think abundantly, do it all, have it all. Make a ton of money, set exciting goals that push you to actually wanting to set these difficult challenges. Anyway, I can see that the timer is running out for my IGTV window of opportunity. So I'm going to say adios for today, guys. Any questions or comments, please do include them below. I always love to hear from you guys. Any requests for other videos, I'd love to hear from them. Have a great day, guys.